A heart attack doesn't always come with a dramatic chest, clutch, or sudden collapse. In fact, many heart attacks are silent, without obvious warning signs. These silent symptoms can be subtle, misleading, and deadly. That's why it's important to understand them before it's too late. Today, we'll talk about silent symptoms of heart attack that often go unnoticed. Make sure to watch till the end. This video might save your life or someone you love. Doctor speaking directly to the camera in a clean medical environment. Close-up of a heart monitor with minor irregularities. Emotional shot of a family member worried about a loved one. Man typing chest pain into a search engine on his phone. Visual of an animated heartbeat slowly weakening. Woman watching a health video on her laptop. Eyes wide in concern. Dramatic lighting on a stethoscope next to a red alert icon. A medical infographic with all 10 symptoms briefly shown in icons. Text screen. 10 silent symptoms of heart attack you should never ignore with cinematic style. 1. Unusual fatigue. Woman looking exhausted on a bus ride home. Eyes barely open. Man sitting at a work desk unable to stay awake. Slouched posture. Zoom in of drooping eyelids and tired facial expression. Elderly woman staring blankly at the floor. Laundry basket beside her. Person lying down in the middle of the day, looking abnormally fatigued. Someone climbing stairs and stopping halfway, visibly strained. Young woman yawning heavily after sleeping 8 hours. Man looking at his reflection in the mirror, puzzled by his tiredness. Visual of battery icon above a person at 5% energy. Woman dropping groceries out of fatigue. Someone struggling to finish cooking or cleaning tasks. Animation showing how reduced blood flow affects energy levels. Close of tired hands barely holding a coffee mug. Patient in a clinic, mentioning exhaustion without a clear cause. Medical chart showing chronic fatigue next to a heart symbol. 2. Shortness of breath. Man gasping for air after walking across a room. Woman leaning over her sink, holding her chest and panting. Elderly person using an inhaler with little relief. Close-up of expanding chest, struggling to draw breath. Digital overlay showing impaired blood oxygen levels. Night scene. Person wakes up gasping, drenched in sweat. Top-down angle of someone lying flat, visibly struggling to breathe. Short animation of lungs and heart failing to coordinate. Frustrated jogger unable to complete a very light jog. Nurse checking blood oxygen saturation with a pulse oximeter. Heart and lung x-ray image with warning. Signs highlighted. Woman at a party quietly excusing herself due to breathlessness. Child looking worried at their grandparents struggling to breathe. Quick flashes between normal breathing and distress patterns. Doctor advising shortness of breath should not be ignored. 3. Pain in the jaw, neck, shoulder, or arm. Woman massaging her jaw while reading on a couch. Man touching his neck in pain. Confusion on his face. Red digital overlay showing pain radiating from heart to left arm. Elderly man holding his shoulder, blade with visible tension. Someone waking up with strange tightness in neck, jaw, X-ray-style. Visual showing nerves from heart leading to jaw and arms. Close-up of fingers tingling or stiff. Woman at a desk holding left arm and looking alarmed. Pain illustration of chest to shoulder symptom pathway. Doctor with pointer explaining referred cardiac pain on a whiteboard. Split screen comparison. Muscle pain versus cardiac pain. Emotional reaction. Confusion from unexpected discomfort. Diagram with common pain areas in silent heart attack. Nighttime. Scene. Man wakes up clutching his arm. Caption over visual. Pain beyond the chest may be a warning. Cold sweatsman in office with soaked shirt and forehead glistening with sweat. Woman fanning herself indoors. Clearly not hot. Unnatural lighting shows cold environment with heavy sweating. Close-up of beads of sweat dripping in a cool room. Thermometer shows low temperature, but person looks flushed. Someone suddenly feeling faint while sweating. Person wiping sweat nervously off hands and neck. Anxiety overlay graphics, pulses, red lines. Warning, icons. Medical device showing elevated heart rate during rest. Image of a wet pillow at night from cold sweats. Split scene. Menopause versus cardiac sweating. Comparison. Cold sweats when at rest. Pay attention. Hospital room. Sweaty person looking scared. Subtle lighting creates contrast between chill and sweat. Doctor highlighting cold sweats as a red flag. 5. Dizziness or lightheadedness. Man leaning on a counter. Face pale, eyes glazed. Camera blur effect to simulate the feeling of dizziness. POV shot where the room spins and walls bend. Woman pausing while walking, grabbing nearby chair. Person holding back nausea while sitting. Dramatic over-the-shoulder shot of someone about to faint. Shot of someone falling back gently onto a bed. Couch. Time-lapse of repeated dizzy episodes. Pulse line on screen dips suddenly. 911. Call being made due to faint. Medical monitor showing dangerously low blood pressure. Person clenching chest and head simultaneously. Coffee and hydration being ruled out as causes. It's not just dehydration, could be the heart. Doctor explaining dizziness as a cardiac symptom. 6. Nausea or indigestion. Man hunched over a toilet, looking confused and nauseated. Woman at a dinner table pushing away her food, looking uneasy. Repeated burping, holding upper abdomen. Antacid bottle with caption, not working. Man touching stomach, then shifting hand toward chest. Someone misdiagnosing their pain as acid reflux. Stomach and heart placed side by side. overlapping nerves, close-up of food, untouched with person looking flushed, medical scan showing full stomach despite no eating, food poisoning versus cardiac indigestion, emergency room scene, misdiagnosed, nausea corrected to heart attack, woman sweating and nauseous, lying on a cold floor, caption, it might not be something you ate, graph showing misdiagnosis statistics for women, doctor explaining nausea as a hidden cardiac symptom. 7. Sudden anxiety or panic feeling, person sitting in bed with sudden feeling of dread, close-up of racing heartbeat icon over chest, fearful expression, sweating, shaky hands, visual of body flooded with adrenaline and cortisol, patient describing impending doom to a doctor, panic attack versus silent heart attack infographic, man breathing into a paper bag, not calming down, woman holding chest, looking anxious and confused, heart glowing faintly in background as person panics, child watching parent freeze with panic, caption, new anxiety may be a heart warning, emergency room showing misdiagnosis as panic attack, deep dark background with single light on anxious patient, calm breathing, not resolving the episode. 8. Irregular heartbeat close-up of smartwatch, showing irregular pulse, man feeling his own neck to check pulse, ECG monitor blinking red erratically, side profile of person feeling flutter in their chest, digital animation of heart misfiring electrical signals, cardiologist examining rhythm irregularities, caption, skip, flutter, thump, not always harmless, family member noticing patient's heartbeat is too fast, heartbeat to footstep, rhythm, mismatch illustration, medical chart, diagnosis of atrial fibrillation after mild symptoms, scans, clutching shirt near chest, close-up of sweaty hands holding heart area, person fainting mid-sentence due to rhythm drop, sudden rhythm change equals potential danger, doctor explaining difference between harmless and dangerous arrhythmias. 9. Upper back pain / shoulder blade discomfort, women rubbing between shoulder blades with frustration, massage tool beside someone still feeling pain, red pulse effect glowing in upper back area, man stretching unsuccessfully, no relief, back pain not going away, listen to your heart, sleep scene, someone waking up with pain, confused, visual overlay of spine versus cardiac pain zones, medical diagram showing posterior cardiac pain, patient describing belt-like tightness around upper torso, woman in pain while doing dishes, no physical strain, person applying hot pack, no effect, visual metaphor, shadow of a heart behind back, diagram of referred pain from heart to back, upper back pain may not be muscular, doctor explaining overlooked symptom in women,